I now recognize myself for 5 minutes of questions. Secretary Mullin, FEMA's fiscal year 2025 preparedness grant cycle under the predecessor was impacted by delays in the release of notice of funding opportunities, which left applicants with a condensed timeline to apply for these awards. Furthermore, last-minute changes to the allocations of funding for the Homeland Security grant programs resulted in litigation that held up funds well beyond the end of the fiscal year. Understanding that the enactment of FY26 appropriations was significantly delayed by the 76-day shutdown, how are you now working to ensure that FEMA's 26 preparedness grant cycle runs more smoothly and transparently than the 25 cycle?
Thank you, Chairman. And it is a challenge that we have because of the shutdown for 76 days put us way behind on the MOUs that we had with local and state partnerships. Fortunately, the local and state partnerships, just along with ICE, DHS, and other DHS officials, was still willing to go out and do their job for free. And so we haven't dropped the mission, but it has made it more difficult. We're up against a timeline. We're 10 days, roughly. I think we're 11 actually, but we're 10 days from the first kickoff, 11 days from the first game in LA on June 12th. And we have a lot of work to do, but our grants are out. We're getting the local law enforcement back pay because they didn't get the grants on equipment, on personnel, on overtime. We feel like we're in a good spot, but it definitely put us at risk. But I will tell you, I feel very comfortable where we're at, and we feel like we have a zero-fail mission, but it's going to be complicated. We have 5 to 7 million visitors coming in. We have some very complicated countries that are going to be playing each other that have a tremendous amount of dislike against each other. We have open areas to where we have the fans be able to experience the game without getting inside. Mm-hmm. We have 78 Super Bowls in 38 days, and we get to highlight our country, and I'm looking forward to it. And I will tell you, even in sanctuary cities where we have some of these games, we've had great cooperation with local and state officials, and I hope when FIFA's over, we can show that we can work together and to continue to keep our cities and our streets safe.
Thank you very much. And I actually visited one of the FIFA sites last week. They did talk about the partnership and the money that's coming in. It will be helpful both for protecting those sites as well as the Fan Fest. But you know, moving forward, the UASI grants and others that local police rely on, like the NYPD in New York, FDNY, making sure that those continue to run smoothly, so that money goes directly to law enforcement, and they need it. So making sure that those keep rolling smoothly is very important. I want to move over to CISA. Over the last 18 months, it has seen a significant reduction in its total headcount, including through a combination of voluntary departures, reductions in force, and reassignments of cybersecurity personnel. One of my top priorities since being on this committee is ensuring that CISA can effectively execute on its core mission to protect federal civilian networks and our nation's critical infrastructure, especially as our cyber adversaries are increasingly utilizing tools like AI to enhance their capabilities. I'm concerned that some of the proposals in the budget request, including cuts to CISA's personnel and cybersecurity education programs, which help sustain a pipeline of skilled cybersecurity professionals in the U.S., could negatively affect those efforts. As Secretary, can you talk about your vision for CISA and how this budget would support the agency's critical functions during a time of rapid development and emerging AI threats? And Deputy Secretary Agra, if whoever wants to jump in on that, that's fine. So
CISA technically has the ability to hire up to 3,400 people, and we have very broad authorities. During the shutdown, our fourth shutdown of the year, we had to readjust the way we're looking at CISA and better lean on public partnerships. We have a very unique authority that we take care of from international cyber all the way down to local, small businesses, large businesses, municipalities, and states. But we also take care of the communications at every major sporting event as well, including FIFA. When we looked at that, we think, do we really need 3,400 individuals? Well, we're down to 22. We probably need somewhere around 28 if we can actually have the partnerships we need with states and be able to use the grants, the monies that's saved with CISA to be able to invest with local and state municipalities. And I think we can. We're not going to fail on the mission that we have in front of us. And cyber attacks are only getting stronger.
Yeah.
And they're attacking our private partnership the most.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. My time has expired.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.